What's up, Tumbler Hacks? It's me again. You are catching the replay of a tutorial for clear coat. I am using Tamco's HC-9500. It is their 30-minute high-impact clear. So I'm going to get a drink made up, get some people rolling in here. But if you are watching the replay, definitely feel free to send me a message, make a comment. If you have any questions about this, I'm here to answer it. So in the meantime, let's get that drink on, shall we? So we'll get a few people coming on in. But like I said, more than likely you're watching the replay right now. But definitely, I'm here to help. I'm here to help. Here's a question I've been getting a lot. Do you work for Tamco? Are you a representative of Tamco? Like, nope. I'm just a loyal user that loves the product. I've used all sorts of clear coat out there in the industry, and this stuff right here, the best stuff. So before I start any sort of painting, I always try to get my drink on. So let's get our drink on. So come on in, say hello. Do we have any comments? I don't want to tag friends. Why are we tagging friends? Hey, someone make a comment. That way I know we're working right. And I'm going to get this, get my drink on, get my paint on, and hopefully answer a bunch of questions. If you have any questions about this process, I've been doing it a while, so I might be able to answer you. So what do we got? What do we got? Why? Quiet mode turned off. There we go. Someone just, there we go. Jessica, I see you out there. All right, let's start this off. There's Miss Jessica. All right, what we're gonna do, I always start off before I start painting. I want to get my drink on, so let's get a toast out there to the Tumbler Hacks 101. We got you. All right, so let's paint. Woo! What's up, Miss Melissa? All right, so first things first, I want to talk to you about PPE. Actually, first, let's talk about the space I'm working in. Ventilation is your key. Filters. I have filters, right? Good old Olympia washer. What's up, Miss Vanessa? I am right up above you. Good enough. Paul's bow. So, all right, let's talk about my setup. Ventilation is the key. So right here, you see my filters. Back behind it are 4 fans that are moving about 750 cubic feet per minute. So with all 4 of them going, I'm moving about 3,000 cubic feet per minute. That is the key. You're gonna see the filters. Once I start spraying, you're gonna see them start to turn white. That's catching all my overspray. My fans are blowing all the fumes out into my neighbor's yard, and they freaking love me. But no, it's just blowing out in the driveway. Safety first, that's exactly it. Yes, what you're gonna see me do is a process that is not meant to be done in your kitchen, in your pantry, in your kid's bedroom. You need a designated area for this. And with the designated area, you need a ventilation, filtration, a little bit of heat, and some beautiful lighting. How often do you change the filters? When they get dirty. They're cheap ones. These are cheapy Home Depot filters that I get like a 4-pack for like $2. So when they get dirty, I change them out. Alright, so my ventilation is set up with ducting back behind me. Inside here I have my lighting. I have a propane tank heater that I got going on back over here that keeps it fairly warm. So being up here in the Northwest, it gets a little chilly. It's about 50 degrees outside. I'm about 70 degrees in the garage right now. So that's my space. Let's talk about the PPE. First things first, a good respirator. You have to have a respirator. Even when dealing with the E word, I totally recommend using a respirator. That E word is nasty stuff all the time. One thing about clear coat, it's only bad for you while it's in its wet form, while you're spraying it. So gloves, no glove, no love, baby. So gloves, respirator, filtration, ventilation. That's what you need. So that's why every time I do one of these live tutorials, I always talk about safety. So ventilation, this, you just, like I said, you can't spray this stuff in your kitchen. You're gonna have overspray all over the friggin' place. Definitely need a place to move it. What? There's Tim. What up, Tim? So, all right, respirator. Get your respirator on. So I have an SAS. I've used all different sorts of respirators. This one I have found to be one of my favorites. One thing about a respirator, just because you have it on your face doesn't mean it's doing anything. You want to make sure that it's nice and tight on you. So get these strings, make sure whenever you put your hand over it, you're good to go. So you want to make sure that you have that nice seal, because if you don't, your respirator ain't doing crap for you. So you're just wearing a nice accessory piece. So that's the biggest thing. So gloves, respirator, ventilation, mandatory. So I'm going to go over the product. I am using Tamco's HC-9500. This stuff's beautiful. I started using it about a year ago. I've used all sorts of clear out there in the industry, from Omni to 5-Star, House of Color, the PPGs. This stuff right here dries in 30 minutes. It's freaking amazing. And it's a high impact clear. I've done a bunch of goalie masks with this stuff. End of the season, the guy's like, dude, I took a 90-mile-an-hour hockey puck to my goalie mask and it didn't even chip. I'm like, that's freaking epic, man. So it's testing. So I do this stuff on goalie masks. Started doing it on my tumblers as well. It's just amazing stuff. So this stuff is mixed up 4-to-1. So here's your clear coat. This is the HC-9500 mixed with the HH-7605. So as you see here, I got it right here. Boom. So I mix this stuff up 4-to-1. I have 10 mugs that I'm going to clear coat tonight. I'm going to do 5 in this group and move over to the next group and do 5 in that one. And I weigh mine. So I'm going to do 4 parts of clear coat. So I'm going to do 4 ounces clear coat to 1 part of hardener. Woo, what up, Nicole? I see you out there. Get that drink on. I'm always, if you know me, I like to have a drink in my hand. All right, so 4 parts of clear to 1 part hardener. All right, we're moving on up there. And I'm actually doing 5. So we're going to do 5 ounces of clear to 1 1/4 of hardener. Bam, fancy pantsy. What, Miss Melissa? There we go. So 4 parts. 4 parts clear, 1 part of hardener. That's the hardest part of the process, is doing math. 4 parts clear, 1 part hardener. Usually 5 parts of, yeah, you know what I'm saying. One of the biggest questions I get is, can I cover this stuff using the G word? This one right here is covered with, I think it's Fairy Blush holographic flake on there. I call it flake, not the G word. So there's so much light in here you can't see it, but once you get 1 point of light on it, this thing is like Mike Lowry Badow. Alright, so I got myself 6 1/4 ounces of clear. After doing this for so long, I've noticed that I can get 1 ounce of mixed clear coat for 1 30-ouncer. That's pretty good. Man, I'm getting about 200 to 240 mugs for 1 gallon system, which that's pretty freaking epic. Hey, I finally got my little one to lay down. But well, there we go, Miss Melissa. Are they watching me? Are you saying I'm that boring that I put kids to sleep? That's pretty terrible. But hey, whatever it takes, right? All right. So I have these ready to go, letting this marinate for a little bit. We'll bring the camera around this way, bring it down. Now what I want to talk about is my equipment. So back behind here, I have a 60-gallon stand-up air compressor. Anyone taking notes out there? If you have questions, feel free to ask. I'm here to help. A 60-gallon air compressor. From there, I have my water, oil, moisture separators that are in line with the regulator. No, he's intrigued. Melissa, what's his name? I'll start talking to him. So then from there, I have my air hose that goes in here into my booth, into my manifold. So don't mind my mess. As you see right there, I have my manifold that goes in through another air hose into my gun. And I'm going to talk to you about the spray gun. The spray gun that I use is a SATA MiniJet 4400B. Bentley, well, hey Bentley, how old's Bentley out there? He's learning with you. See, that's what's up. Start him young. All right. So a SATA MiniJet 4400B. I used a DeVilbiss starting line, a little detail gun for 10 years. Amazing gun. So I used that DeVilbiss starting line gun for about 10 years. I just got this gun about 2 years ago, and it's beautiful. Is it FDA compliant? No, it's not. So here's the cool part about it is, it's not FDA compliant, but there are forms of the urethane clear that everyone's moving away from the E word in the packaging industry. This stuff is so much safer than the E word, Amanda. So, and if you're truly worried about stuff being FDA compliant or approved, do a little research on the E word and BPAs. 18 months, he heard his name and looked at me like, what? Bentley, you hanging out with mom tonight? But here's the thing is about this, it is so much safer than the E word. I started doing my research on it, and yeah. Alright, so I'm spraying at about 25 pounds. So get my regulators set down about 25 pounds. Still letting that marinate. So what I'm going to do next, I'm going to set my timer for 5 minutes. So that's going to be my 5-minute flash time. 5-minute flash time allows the clear coat to start to breathe, start to cure. At the same time, it's like a window. You don't want to lay it down too soon because you won't let it breathe enough. You don't want to miss that window and get too late because then you'll have adhesion problems. So, all right, so I'm starting. I got my timer, so I got my 5-minute ready to go. So I'm going to talk to you about my application. You're going to see me lay down a very, very light coat. I'm going to lay down with a very light coat, do my 5-minute flash time, and then come in with a very, very heavy wet coat. So then I'm going to drink. All right, close up this, open up the garage door just a tad, close my barn door, and get my clear coat ready to go. So Amanda, what are you currently using right now? That's my question. If you're worried about health and stuff like that, I'm curious what you're using out there. And I hope you're not about to say the E word if you're really worried about it being FDA compliant. Okay, what do you mean by 5-minute flash time? All right, Melissa, so check this out. My flash time, it's like, think of it as a window. So when you spray it on, it's already instantly curing, right? So it's curing, it's hardening, the solvents are evaporating out of it. So once you get to that nice window, when the window opens, you want to spray another coat on it. That way it starts to bond. You're getting a nice, good, hard shell bonding on itself. Once that window gets a little too far, it's already dry, it's already cured. You're going to have a hard time getting that second wet coat to bond on with it. So that's what the 5-minute flash time is. Does that make sense? It's like the best way I can explain it. So, all right, respirator on, gloves on, and here I go. Alright, so I'm going to show you, I'm not doing a full wet coat on this, so you're not going to see a nice shine on this yet because I'm just doing a very, very tack coat. So, tack coat, and we'll do the other one like that. Also, too, keep an eye on the filters back there. You can see the filters also. Again, not going for a wet coat, just getting a nice tack coat on there. Good. Another light tack coat on this. And there we go. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to set my timer. So one nice thing about my spray booth is it's moving so much air that it's sucking all the fumes out of here in no time. So don't judge me because my phone is cracked. So, all right, so there's my 5-minute time. So open up the barn door. Trying to keep some of this heat in here. I opened up the garage door and it went from 70 down to 66 degrees. So, all right, now you have me 5 minutes. I'm going to let this flash. So as you see, not a shiny coat on this. I'm not doing a wet coat just yet. I'm letting a very, very light coat on there. So it gives it time to do its thing. So, all right, so now you got me. What questions do you have? How do you get all the images and colors on the cup? Gabriella, 100% paint. I use spray guns and airbrushes. Gabriella, what do you do to get the images and colors on your cups? And I'm going to tell you right now, this is going to be the longest 5 minutes ever. That's just the way it is. So this little 5-minute flash time is terrible. So now you wait 5 minutes, then do another coat. Yes, ma'am, Miss Melissa. Someone is paying attention. I dig it. You get an A. So yeah, right now I'm waiting that 5 minutes, and you're gonna see me go on this next coat. I'm gonna lay this stuff down very, very wet. Give it a nice wet coat, and you're gonna see this stuff shine. Woo! What up, Lauren? I see you out there, Lauren. Or within 5 minutes. No, you want to wait for that 5 minutes to expire. That way your window is open to apply that second coat. But here's the cool part about it is, you're going to see me lay down this second coat. It's going to be nice and glass-like. You give me 30 minutes, I'll be drinking out of this thing. So it's pretty neat how fast this cures, how fast it dries. I'll package these up probably tomorrow and have them in the mail on Friday morning. Would you be able to use the G word on a cup? And then yeah, so check this out, Brittany. I know a lot of people that do use it. This one right here, I cover with some mica. You really can't see it because I have so many lights or sources of light out here that it just muffles it out. But yes, this one right here is some sweet, I think it's called Fairy Blush. And I do know some people that leave vinyl on their mugs and clear coat them without any issues. So Brittany, good question. Does that answer that one? Or do you have to change your whole process to be able to use it? Nope. So I know people that do. I'm a 100% painter. I leave no vinyl. Everything that you see me do, 100% paint, no stickers. That's just who I am. So, but yeah, Brittany, I think I covered that one right there. So if you have any other questions, definitely keep them going. I really enjoy it. It keeps me entertained because I'm just out here talking to myself, talking to a screen, you know. So let's see where our timer is. We are at 1 minute and 45 seconds. So, like I said, the longest 5 minutes ever. I'm excited for this one. This one turned out really, really good, or we'll say really nice, not good. Got the name on it, and gosh, it's already nice and shiny. Just imagine what another coat's gonna look like on this one. Where can we get it? Miss Brienne, send me a message. I'll talk to you about where I get it and everything. But the thing is, the first things first, I'm gonna ask you, do you have a designated area to spray this? Your cups are, well, Miss Lauren, I really do appreciate that. You know what? I'll give you a toast. Let's drink. But no, I really enjoy helping people out, especially when it helps people moving away from the E word. The E word is so bad. I've done my research. I'm not here to talk smack about it. I'm just here to show you another option. So, woo, Linda, thank you, thank you. There's Matthew and Chelsea. What do the filters do? So they are catching my overspray. Back behind me, I'm sucking about 3,000 cubic feet per minute, sucking all the fumes out and blowing them into my neighbor's yard. When you said, watch the filters, I couldn't see anything. Oh, check them out. You're about to see them turn white. So, and let's see what our timer says. 20 seconds. So like I said, the longest 5 minutes ever. It just drags on. When you're waiting for it, it takes forever. All right, I'm gonna open up the garage door. Get those fumes out. Should be about that time right now. And there's our timer. So let's go ahead and lay down our second coat. So now you're gonna see me go very, very wet coat on this. So let's do it. Alright, so I'm going to take a look down the lights, make sure that there's no light spots. So there you go, this one I'm going to let sit, and this one is beautiful. Woo! Alright, on to the next one. I'll get to all the questions once I get done. There's the next one, look down the light. Make sure there's no light spots on it. Looking good, looking good, looking good. Look down the lights, make sure there's no light spots on it. That one is good. Woo, I'm digging them, digging them, digging them. There we go. Woo! Oh man. These look really, really nice. So look down that light, making sure I have all nice spots all taken care of. Oh man. So there we go. Grab a drink. give a cheers out there. So check it out. That was 5 mugs that we did. If you take a look in my gun, there's still quite a bit of clear coat in there. I mixed up 7 ounces. I probably used about less than 5 ounces. So let me go through here and let's take a look at the comments here. So yeah, take a look at my filters. You see how white they are now?